The journey to find the moonlight one quiet evening. As little Nico gazed out of his window, he noticed something strange. The moon, which usually shone brightly and painted the night in silver light, was gone. The sky looked empty, dark, and a little lonely. Without the moon's glow, the whole village seemed to whisper in worried silence. Nico's heart filled with courage. If the moon has lost its light, he thought, then I will go find it and bring it back. He packed a small bag with bread, an apple, and his favorite wooden whistle. With a deep breath, he stepped into the night, guided only by the faint sparkle of distant stars. His first stop was the whispering forest. Tall trees swayed gently, their branches rustling like voices. As Nico walked between them, he felt as though the forest was alive, watching him. Suddenly, the trees spoke, their voices soft as the wind. Traveler, to move forward, you must hear the hidden path, but patience is your key. Nico stood still. At first, he heard only the creaking of branches and the chirping of crickets. But instead of rushing or guessing, he closed his eyes and breathed calmly. He listened with all his heart. Slowly, the whispers of the leaves blended into a melody, revealing the rhythm of footsteps. When he followed the sound, a glowing trail appeared between the trunks. Smiling, Nico whispered, "Thank you," and continued on his way. Beyond the forest lay the talking lake, its waters shining like glass beneath the starlight. Nico bent down to drink, but the lake rippled, forming a face. Before you cross, child, you must face what you fear. For only by accepting fear can you walk with peace. The surface turned into a mirror. Nico saw himself small, with worried eyes. He saw his fear of failing, his worry that he wasn't strong enough. For a moment, his chest tightened, but then he smiled gently at his reflection. "It's okay to be afraid," he whispered. "Fear doesn't have to stop me. I will walk with it." The lake shimmered happily, and a path of silver stones rose above the water. Step by step, Nico crossed safely to the other side. Next, he reached a hill where the dancing clouds floated low to the ground. They whirled and spun, blocking his way with their playful dance. Nico tried to push through, but the clouds only grew thicker, wrapping him in mist. Then he remembered. Strength would not help. So instead, he took out his wooden whistle and played a soft, cheerful tune. The melody was kind, gentle, and full of joy. Slowly, the clouds calmed their wild dance and began to sway in rhythm with his song. One cloud even twirled like a ballerina, giggling in the breeze. Pleased, they drifted aside, revealing the shining path toward the mountain. Finally, Nico climbed higher and higher until he reached the mountain's peak. There, hidden inside a nest of glowing moss, was a small stone. It was not an ordinary stone. It pulsed faintly with silver light, as if it carried the heartbeat of the moon itself. Nico knelt down and whispered, "So, this is where the moon's light was hiding." He didn't grab it quickly or greedily. Instead, he cupped it gently in his hands. The stone grew warmer, brighter, until it floated upward, transforming into a stream of light. Like a bird freed from its cage, the light soared into the night sky, reuniting with the moon. Suddenly, the moon shone brighter than ever, bathing the world in silver glow. The whispering forest sparkled, the talking lake shimmered like crystal, and the dancing clouds twirled joyfully above. Nico felt the light on his face and knew that the world had been healed. He walked back to his village, where people were cheering, laughing, and pointing at the bright moon. But Nico said nothing about his journey. He didn't need to. Deep in his heart, he had learned the most important truth. True strength is not found in force or cleverness, but in patience, kindness, acceptance, and calmness. The real light had always been inside him, and from that night on, whenever Nico looked at the moon, he smiled because he knew he carried a piece of its light in his own heart.